they are going to say why Solana, SOL, is going to drop to zero, is going to be worthless, is going to just turn out to be the greatest or the biggest scam coin or blockchain project in the world, and the way that it was pumped up so high before and then fall down so hard is going to be a very famous fairy tale, very famous example to tell to your grandkids, to tell to your grandchildren, to tell to your children 30 years or 20 years later. Solana is going to be the next, I don't know, the next EOS perhaps, or yeah, it's way, way more in the scale of the collapsed. It's way more significant than EOS, and it's just going to be turn to ash, and like a fart in the wind, just disappear. No, like like a Fugazi, Swarovski. It's just very dust. No. All right. So I'm going to explain to you why I would say so. The very first reason why Solana is the biggest scam blockchain in the world is that is it is supported by a bunch of whales, a bunch of venture capitals. They they collectively talk to each other and then decided to pick on a particular project to pump it up and then cash out slowly and slowly to just to make get the profits from all the retail investors, all the of you guys, and they pick Solana. Why? Why suddenly they pick Solana out of nowhere and then pump it up to like top 10 market cap to of cryptocurrency? There is a hidden story, there is a hidden agenda behind it. They pick it because it's related to some particular group of whales or big cats. There are many different choices of blockchains similar to Solana, or claims to be the Ethereum killer. They all have low fees, they are all fast. But why particularly the whales pick Solana? Because first of all, you have to look at the founder of the Solana. The founder of the Solana is an immigrant from Russia, you know, Russia, and and a lot of whales. They are they're like they like you know. For example, Ethereum. Why a lot of whales are so fond of Ethereum, and all those NFTs are on Ethereum, and some of those NFTs are now in Solana. Why not in, for example, why not in Harmony One perhaps? So because Harmony Ones or many others like Tron, like like whatever, like uh, like Shiba Inu, perhaps, you know, or Binance Smart Chain. Why particularly they don't pick Binance Smart Chain? They don't pick Harmony One. They don't pick Shiba Inu or EOS or yeah, Ripple. Let's say why Solana? Because Solana founder Antonelli and also Ethereum founder Vitalik, they are Russian, and a lot of wealth from Russia or from the Europe, or at least in the broader sense, they are European. They are, in the sense of the race, they are white, or in the sense of the ethnicity, they are right, Caucasian, you know, and that's why they're picking Solana, and as a result, they are not going to keep it up with why I would say that Solana is going to collapse. And although the founder is white, although the founder is Caucasian, why the Caucasian big whales or the white big whales they are going to dump on Solana? There's a reason. Because this guy realized that it's just not a good project. It's a pretty bad project actually. If you realized, it's pretty bad in the sense that when you have a project like this, when you have something like that, it's going to, that is not good enough. Eventually, it will collapse. So the same goes to Ethereum. Ethereum, Solana, they are going to drop to zero, but not so soon for Ethereum because there are so many people using it. But eventually, the two will drop to zero, but Solana will drop to zero very, very soon. Like in the next 3 months, 2 months, I don't know. So the best thing is when the liquidity get pulled out of the cryptocurrency market, something has to be killed off. Something has to disappear, and Solana would be the best target for the whales to just take profit on and then just dump into zero because there is no longer anything left with it. Actually, the founder of the Solana is building another project, so probably he is also, starting to forget about this one and just move on with his other ones. And also for the NFT markets, right? Solana, they have its own NFT markets, but actually not many people pay attention to them because first of all, it's not very secure because Solana get hacked many times. Get hacked by hackers everywhere in the world. Multiple times got funds stolen. No one wants to store the NFTs on a blockchain that some hackers that just steal your NFTs from it, like every month. So in that case, for everyone holding Solana, it's also kind of risky because it has kind of a fingerprint on the blockchain network, and your address will be targeted by the hackers. You don't want the hackers know your address, so you probably don't want to even buy 0.0000001 of Solana because it will just leave your fingerprint on it. And then later on in the future, next 100 years, I don't know, your fingerprint will stay on the blockchain world forever, right? And cannot be erased. And whenever a mass attack from the hackers comes in, your address will be vulnerable, and will be prone to attack and have your funds stolen, even for other blockchain. Even if you store anything other blockchain, because your address is almost already exposed, all your assets in every blockchain associated with your address will be in danger. And so when people realize this particular thing, they will just avoid buying anything related to Solana, any tokens under it, and also the Solana coin. They will just avoid to buy it. So when the demand is going to drop to essentially zero, when I say zero, it's zero because they can't even want to buy 0.0001 to avoid leaving their fingerprints on the Solana blockchain, is extremely drastically a special case, that when the demand is zero, and even if the wells keep pumping and keep pumping, but since people don't want to buy anything, the liquidity will be drawn out from their Solana network extremely fast. So in 2 to 3 months, yeah, that's why I would expect the Solana is going to drop to zero in 2 to 3 months, even though the founder is an European, is a Russian, is a white American, let's say. So uh, uh, even if your race is good enough, the whales are not going to support you because your product is just not good enough to for the all the competitors in the bear markets. So the whales would prefer another Caucasian blockchain, Ethereum, or for Ripple, even, or for EOS, even. You know, of course, they're not going to go to others blockchain that is not funded by the white people, and all those will also suffer a lot. But if you want to, but since they are already in a trash situation, they already dropped a lot compared to all those Ethereum, Solana, Ripple, and all those coins in the top 10. Majority of them, they are of a similar founder characteristic. So if you have to pick one that will drop drastically, suddenly, in a huge manner, Solana would be the one to go. So I'm on. That's it for my explanation. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that you find my video helpful in your cryptocurrency journey. Thank you.